Guten Morgen, meine Freunde, guten Morgen. Im Endeffekt muss man ja doch immer gucken, wo man hingeht, was man macht. Ne? Boom, schöne Aufnahme. Schau mal da, wie schön die Sonne. Ich habe gerade ein Set aufgenommen und das werde ich in Guatemala abspielen, weil ich fliege dahin machen. Komischerweise, die haben mich sogar angerufen aus Guatemala. Wie crazy ist denn das? Und dann kommt mir das Geld auch noch und so. Das sind alles Zeichen. Weil im Endeffekt musst du ja fühlen, wo es hingehen soll und was du machen willst. Und da heißt Excitement, wie Bashar sagt. Aber das ist manchmal schwierig, weil manchmal ist der highest Excitement auch der highest Risk. So, und jetzt Risiko eingehen oder nicht, was machen. Das Universum sagt so, ja, mach, vertrau mir, so wie ich das eigentlich immer erwartet habe. Ja, wenn ich das dann selber machen muss bei dem Großen, beim Gott, dem Leben, dem Life, dann ist das gar nicht mehr so einfach. Aber irgendwas ist immer, ne? Ohne, if you don't want to sacrifice, you don't get anywhere in life. Und das ist halt nun mal true, weil ja, du kannst natürlich schon nicht sacrificen, dann bleibst du einfach da, wo du bist. Und wenn es da, wo du bist, genial ist, ja, dann musst du auch nichts sacrificen. Irgendwann vielleicht kommt dann die Güte, vielleicht auch nicht. Vielleicht bleibt es einfach geil. Aber ja, ich habe noch was vor. Ich möchte noch Musik machen. Ich möchte irgendwie ich möchte mich mehr ausleben mit dem ganzen Jingle-Wingle, den ich habe, den ich in mir trage. Und den möchte ich gerne teilen. Und deswegen muss ich halt ein bisschen sacrificen und irgendwas aufbauen und bilden, was ich den Leuten dann nachher bieten kann. Und damit wir dann so auf diese Weise gemeinsam coole Zeiten erleben können. Genau. Was möchte dieses Jahr von mir? Also ich meine, alles Mögliche in der Vergangenheit ist schon verbrannt. Von dem her kostet mich das jetzt, habe ich jetzt nicht mehr so viel Risiko, wirklich dem Leben ganz klipp und klar zu folgen. Ja, und ich glaube, das mache ich. Auch wenn ich Angst, ich muss das einfach machen. Erst aber mein Kopf sagt immer, hey, erst Geld verdienen, dann in Sicherheit, dann. Aber das habe ich ja schon alles gemacht und hat alles nichts gebracht. Also jetzt leben wir mal richtig. Jetzt leben wir mal to the fullest.
The age of Aquarius is about everyone finding their true individuality.
But maybe what we call destiny is really just the free will of our higher selves.
Already quantum physics is telling you that a particle that is not looked at is not even in space and time.
Right. It's like we want strength, but we judge when something difficult comes in our experience that will make us strong. Neo in the Matrix waking up to, I've been in this Matrix, and the process of realizing that we are in a dream.
Welcome to Marcos. 今日もラップが増し出すこんな時間何時間でもやれるぞフリースタイル乾杯じゃねこれで何を伝えるかはわからんけどカメラの奥の奥の奥まで今日も言葉を吐き出すよ目があったら終わりいつものよ俺は今日も波乗りのようにビートに乗っかりだそんな感じ、俺がダブル ABU
You wanna brief with us? Oh, this guy. You have two options.
Let's go. War definitiv die richtige Entscheidung, hier hinzukommen, dass ich am richtigen Ort bin, ja. Einfach mich da kreativ ausdrücken zu können. Ich sag mal so, man versucht ja auch öfter schon mal Befriedigung einfach irgendwo herzubekommen. Die Befriedigung selber kreieren zu können, ist natürlich ein Riesenvorteil, ja. Da bist du ja gar nicht mehr darauf angewiesen, irgendwie, dass dir von außen was begegnet, sondern du kannst es einfach kreieren, ja. Und das ist halt geil. Und da kannst du einfach losgehen und sagen, hey, okay, das inspiriert mich jetzt und damit mache ich jetzt irgendwie ein cooles Bild zum Beispiel, so wie hier gerade. Und das Wetter ist toll, der See ist toll, die Leute sind toll. Und dabei ist nochmal ganz wichtig zu sagen, dass einfach die Surroundings wichtig sind. Ja? Wenn du irgendwie Künstler sein möchtest, dann kannst du dich nicht mit Corporate umgeben, weil das cancelt sich aus. Also du bremst quasi, die beiden Ströme, die bremsen sich. Ich fühle mich auf jeden Fall gerade hier wohl. Natur, Kunst und Austausch mit Gleichgesinnten in diesem wundervollen Ort, der an sich selber schon ein einziges Kunstwerk ist.
Bienvenidos a todos los que nos visitan y los que nos visualizan. Gracias.
Ja, also man muss es wirklich erleben eigentlich, ne? Und man muss auch dafür offen sein. Ich merke es daran, Moment wie jetzt auch, dass man plötzlich jemanden trifft und ein Gespräch ergibt sich, Antworten, die man vielleicht gesucht hat für eine ganze Zeit lang, plötzlich tauchen auf. Und ja, dieses Feld von Synchronizitäten, ja, Transformation, die hier leichter stattfindet, also ist schon ein toller Ort.
And they are shining and they're glistening. If your heart is so big. In community.
For them to express our voice and evoke emotion using the breath of life to express self-truth in the love of God. with our hearts and mind tuned, we welcome you to whisper your prayer into your cup. Cacao is the carrier of the medicine of the forest.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Sharanam, Om Ganapati, Om Ganapati, Om Ganapati, Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha. Jai Ganesha, Sharanam, Namo.
Like the nectar of the flowers.
But maybe what we call destiny is really just the free will of our higher selves.
I think that's a powerful reframe.
When the heart thinks and when the mind feels, the river of wisdom flows.
You need to have a mouth and an anus.
Work with a lot of typographical works. There's some pen on postcard there. I like making things out of words. I've always been attracted to language art. Always been a writer, a poet. Bless you.
Thank you, brother.
Bless you.
Rediscover their, or they want to be more creative. They want to rediscover their creative spark. Like, how would you suggest them to get back into the flow?
So, not being afraid of the emotional process, meeting it head on, activating the intuition, because the intuition is used highly for art.
Love it.
So a lot of my artistic practice developed through psychic arts, through tarot consciousness, through giving readings psychically. And that also was very public. So I had to like erode my sensitivity in public. But a lot of that created awareness around sacred spaces, also in communities.
What's your name?
My name is Art Schuma.
Good to speak to you, man.
Good to speak to you also.
How did you come to do this?
Some form of a life where I was pushed to find answers in a world amidst lies. I was searching for truth and understanding that something was inside of me that wanted to come out through layers of writing through my life and writing through and bringing myself to unconditional love, awareness, and bringing awareness to what I've been through. Something was released. So it's a necessary process. So
What would you say has the effect of food on your art?
Oh, okay. This becomes like a question of my mental vibration staying high over my physical body. When I'm in a fasting state, I'm less flesh and material in my body. I'm more light. I'm more in my etheric body. So I'm more connected to what it is in the air, what it is in the thought, what it is in the consciousness around me that's inspiring me, coming to me. And often what that becomes is the transmutation of collective energies. Yeah, because there's multiple culture clashes happening together like this. So
Voila.
Your father is the universe, but he's not going to be there. You shouldn't have limitations. You shouldn't have limitations.
This is my studio and shop where I've been producing and selling work since October 23.
You shouldn't have limitations.
A wide range of spiritual subjects, ranging from different mediums, spanning typography, writing, visual poetry, concrete poetry, line illustration, line art, pointillism, some painting. Always blending language art, always trying to balance spiritual frequencies within the work itself through word, language, and subtle intention. Using art itself as a vehicle for discovery. Using art itself to answer a question. Using art itself to purify. And creating sacred spaces in the world, pockets, pods, where there's a access point to higher enlightened energy and thought. Perspective on human nature that this work has given me, I'm beyond grateful. Words cannot express. Particularly Kali, warrior goddess, this being such a hub for conscious thought, awakened thought, perhaps. Seeing through it, seer consciousness becomes the natural product of that. And Kali is a warrior goddess that's released by the gods when there's too much corruption, too many people with power, abusing power, and she is released by the gods to purify and destroy.
So what do you think? What is art for you?
Inspiration and light to draw forth regeneration and life force, and then that materializes.
Why would you say do people have like creative blocks?
People have creative blocks because the society that they've been fit into limits expression, favors conformity.
Oh, don't go, eh?
Yogamoni? Because it's a...
That's the big one. Wow.
Oh, that is wonderful. Oh, it's so beautiful. Very amazing, huh?
Yeah, it's the future.
It's the future. Pasha, how's it going?
Oh, so nice.
Very nice Rasta. I really like your Rasta. Okay?
Yeah.
People come in. One more beautiful than the other. Oh my goodness.
Timo, what are you recording?
Just the life of San Marcos. You want to say something?
Well, yeah, come to Gaia, dance.
Thank you. I lost the case of the phone, so now I have to be extra cautious with my camera because I can't lose it, you know?
I got it.
planet is for evolution, transformation, and the process of learning. It's not to settle, like in a peace place. This place will always find a way to find a conflict to teach you something. That's what this planet is all about.
Start creating what you want to do in your life. Those go moments, go. Don't waste them, because a lot of times you need a lot of downtime.
This is crazy, man.
Dude, yeah, it's insane, man. I mean, all my life too, I've been around so many dogs and I've never gotten bit, ever. I'm usually the guy that will go and like care for dogs who are sick and who wants help, you know, and I'm just walking, man, and boom, just get bit by a freaking dog.
Why is your name Tarzan?
Man, that's a whole story if we're gonna jump into it. Yeah, we were at that waterfall and hanging out, and I get up there and it's the most beautiful view I've seen. It's like on top of the waterfall, it just opened up into this beautiful river with this rock with an infinity pool right here and the slide coming down through the rock. It was like slimy, so it was literally like you can slide down the rock into this next pool. It's beautiful, like, you know, we should find a way we can bring other people here. So when I met him, he's like, we should, like, in Spanish, we should make this like path so people can come. We'll name it the Tarzan Path, El Camino de Tarzan. And then they were talking to indigenous people, and I was the only person they've ever seen do the complete hike barefoot. And so they were just like, this guy's Tarzan. And so from there, the name really just stuck, man. And
so then I have to ask myself the question, if I am the creator of all that is, that I'm experiencing, and the rest of the world around me is just a reflection of what's inside of me that I don't know of, my unconscious aspects, then I have to ask myself the question, why did I choose what I chose?
What's your name, brother?
I'm Toby. What's your name?
I'm Timo.
Timo? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Toby.
Are you a vlogger, Timo?
Kind of, yeah. I'm making a movie now.
Nice. What's your movie about?
I don't even know. It's
Okay.
gonna be an intuitive movie.
I like that.
I'm just gonna record for a while and then put it together, make some interviews, see what the story is. Yeah.
Cool.
Every time I DJ think he can come take my side. It's a brand new sound, the old man cool.
Every time we have a difficult moment, or every time we get triggered by things, there's really an opportunity within that to learn.
We're so grateful for the love that's on this lake and the magic that's here. And we're excited to create some healing.
Thank you, Judd. Thank you, Eden. Thank you, Dave. So grateful for this beautiful place, to all the amazing people that live here, the locals, everyone. Thank you so much for having us.
We love you.
We love you.
I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun.
There is everything is connected with everything else. So, but we don't want that world because you cannot control that world. So the problem now is a problem of power and control.
You still here from the morning?
Yeah, I waited all the time.
Are we still alive?
Yes.
We are still alive.
Don't let me fall, huh? How was the
I
trip?
know you not wait us, but we come back. Yeah.
How was the trip? It was good? You got everything?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 大丈夫大丈夫。Take your time で全然ゆっくりで大丈夫です。
I just felt exhausting.
でも今見たら。いいくれさ。
Sì. Piña. Piña.
Okay. So first of
Piña
all,
banano.
there is no clear boundary between classical and quantum. In other words, we again want to put things into boxes. That's the first mistake. There are no separate boxes.
This one is called Rainbow Bird. And my mission is to heal and activate the inner child and heart of humanity to bring more play, joy, and creative power into the world. Is someone would come to me with something like they're mentally or emotionally struggling with, and through a series of questions, I get to like a root memory, like a core memory from their past. Yeah, the gist of it is I have them have a direct dialogue with that past self who experienced the trauma. So yeah, back to the wizardry.
Hello, hello.
Everything in your reality you created. So most of the time, of course, it's the whole point of why we have to let go of so much to step into our greatest role in this world. Because a lot of what we created in the past, we created unconsciously.
Use different way of the life.
Like what they do before, what they do after.
They start to trust people. They start to trust themselves from inside. They usually people living in the cosmopolitan city, it's a big city.
Oh yeah.
They're just using for life for the working for something not for their life.
For the soul.
The soul, not for the inside. But after this festival is completely changed.
Oh, nice.
Somebody find a wife, the couple, they have the big community, they're going from their hometown to another city. I used this name in like 3 years.
I've done the last ceremony I did, it was actually in September, the water ceremony. And I wanted to do this more as a community. We get together and prayer. The water element brings codes and information which we're gonna be sharing. But just looking at the water, you realize, you get the information. It's contained, but it flows. But what happens when the water doesn't have any container? Or what happens when the water doesn't move? Becomes stagnant, and it can be poisonous, right? When it flows, it has electricity and energy flowing through it, and we also have water in our bodies. So just by simple observation, and this is the wisdom that our grandfathers and elders had, they just knew to learn to connect more with my emotions, because the water is our emotional body, and to know how to flow instead of having like, oh, I want to control things. Things have to be done my way, you know? We call on the energy of the East, the youth.
When you understand who you are, you know that the only way to work together is cooperation, not competition. Today, the purpose of life is the survival of the fittest.
Saputo cogliere, per essere stato così cieco, così sordo di fronte al potere dell'ideologia, in piedi, piangeva, liberato in un certo
Jetzt geht das wieder los, wieder von vorne. Aber ich habe ja zum Beispiel in Bern, da habe ich meine Wohnung gehabt, die war auch oben. Und dann habe ich da drin gesessen und habe dann auch so ein bisschen mein königliches Leben gelebt, so spitz. Aber ich habe keine Kunst gemacht.
interview me now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I always wear
I
these
love
sunglasses.
it.
It's like
I
kind
get
of my
creative,
thing.
man. I love it.
Like 3.5 years ago, I was traveling through Mexico. I originally came to San Pedro and did a Spanish immersion course. I then went to visit, and then a visit became a stay. And then, myself and Judd, we started putting on these low-key acoustic music events, and became very popular. You know, we just had like a yoga deck out front, had like 50 people show up just with candle lights, and realized that this was something special and something that we should try and develop and make a project. That period was about 5 or 6 months. So between coming here, settling in with the community, taking over management, and then putting together a proposal to buy the place. And 3.5 years later, we have somewhat of an event space, a restaurant, a sauna. So yeah, it's been a journey, for sure.
All right, see you later, brothers.
Adios, amigo.
What's your biggest dream for your personal future?
Biggest dream? That is a difficult question. I guess to be able to be completely independent and free, traveling, meeting people, experiencing different things. Just being able to experience such a variety of different things, I think gives me a lot of value. And having the freedom to choose what it is I want to do on any particular day.
Und das war der große Fehler. Und jetzt musste ich erst alles wieder verlieren, zum Feststellen, was eigentlich mein Ding ist. Was wichtig ist. Ich musste erst Wohnung verlieren, Freundin verlieren, Job, dann selbstständig gemacht, aber in die falsche Richtung. Hat auch noch funktioniert, ne? Das zögert ja alles dann, wenn das Zeug funktioniert. Und dann musste ich erst dann feststellen, okay, die Zeremonien, die waren die ganze Zeit da. Das war wie meine göttliche Protektion quasi, meine Hilfe, göttliche Hilfe. Weil die habe ich mir nicht überlegt, irgendwas, die kam einfach. Und die haben mich dann dazu gebracht, dass ich dann, wo alles weggefallen ist, erstmal in so eine kleine Hütte, so eine Holzhütte rein, 9 Quadratmeter von dem Loft, wo ich vorher war. Und ich muss sagen, ich habe nichts vermisst auf den 9 Quadratmetern, mir ging es super und da habe ich erstmal festgestellt, dass ich gar nichts brauche. Danach kam dann nochmal so ein kleiner Rückfall, wieder zurück in die City, wieder versucht, mein Ding aufzunehmen, wieder auf die Füße zu kommen sozusagen. Und da war noch ein bisschen die Freundin noch mal ab und zu da und so, bis das dann wirklich fertig war. Und dann noch ganze Freunde verloren, Basketball verloren. Und dann noch irgendwie mit Familie habe ich gesagt, hey, mir geht's nicht gut, könnt ihr mir irgendwie helfen? Also nichts Großes, einfach mal vorbeikommen. Einfach mal da sein, Wochenende. Keine Chance. War zu viel gefragt. Und im Januar habe ich aber noch Kundalini Awakening gehabt, da war ich dann 3 Tage weg. Und dann war ich im Februar, ganzen Februar, sowas von Depri. Und dann habe ich gedacht, ich muss irgendwas machen. Und dann habe ich einen Flug nach Mexiko gebucht. Und dann fing es mit dem Reisen an. Weil ich habe die ganze Zeit vorher nicht gereist. Ich war die ganze Zeit...
Das ist vor 2 Jahren?
Nee, das vor 4 Jahren.
Vor 4 Jahren.
Vor 2 Jahren war hier. Mexiko war 2 Jahre vorher. Ich bin von Mexiko in die Wüste und da hat mir gesagt, ich soll nach Indien gehen und Ayurveda lernen. Im Sommer immer wieder die Zeremonien gearbeitet und dann bin ich auf San Marcos gekommen. Und das war so meine künstlerische Wiederentdeckung. Weil ich war ja ganz früher schon immer Künstler eigentlich. Aber habe dann komplett vergessen. Komplett so, ach, ist nicht wichtig und so. Ne? Und dann, genau. Ja.
Excelente. Gracias.
And can we visit that?
Yeah, you're doing this movie because of the phenomenon that San Marcos is. Part of what you see here is an expression of people living their dream life. There was a moment where suddenly I was really confused about who I am, where is home, what is my legacy, what am I doing on this planet? A few months before I bought the land, I had a little existential crisis. Probably between 1 and 3 months-ish.
All right.
I had a Ashtanga teacher say, Mula Bandha, go inside, go inside, go inside, go inside. You know, I was like, so that was part of the process of going in turn. Because every time I would travel to Guatemala and I land in Guatemala, I'm like, oh yeah, I feel home every time. So I knew that was true. A few months later, that's when I bought the land, and the idea was to build a simple cabin, have a simple life. I think that's part of like building our dreams, right? Expressing our spirit. Eagle's Nest started as my house, as a cabin and a permaculture garden. And then I got inspired. I became like really passionate about acro yoga, and so I expressed my spirit through that, and that led to building the platform as a homage to acro yogis. And the platform then led to it becoming a resort. But it all started with an expression of spirit.
So you didn't know beforehand that what is it going to be today?
No.
Wow. What's up, Gavi?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man, after 2 years.
Yes. I do these workshops in my hometown. Offer cacao to the people.
Nice.
Because they don't know, it's not a thing in Romania. Realize that this is part of my mission to bring cacao to the world, to my people. I just had a cacao workshop a few months ago. I was so impressed because 40 people came. They were like 7-year-old to 70.
Oh wow.
It was amazing. Beautiful to see and very inspiring, you know, to see that even in my hometown, in Romania, this thing which is very exotic for us, it's appreciated.
So what is your retreat center going to be about?
Well, pretty simple. Allow people to open the doors for people to come and reconnect with nature, first of all, each other, you know, other people in community, to themselves, and to the spirit, to God. I didn't want to build anything. I wanted to listen to the land, to myself, to the community, then and see exactly what is needed. What does the land want? What do the people need? What does my heart say? I'm still not 100% sure, maybe 80% then, let's say. What I do know is I want it to be a place where we can grow food, like in a permaculture or biodynamics way. Once you have the platform, once you have the space, then you can do things. Like anything from yoga to ecstatic dances, to cacao ceremonies, of course. I work with cacao. And you're invited.
Thank you, brother.
Yes.
I want to come already.
Please.
I think it's going to be very cool.
Guatemala.
Beautiful San Marcos.
Oh yes. I agree.
What a change for you.
Whew. Decide who I give my energy to, and I got more safe in my body, let's say, in my being, especially around the realm of
women.
No, well, women too, I guess, but I was gonna go in the paranormal realm. Like,
it's the same.
Almost. From women too, sometimes you need it. I changed. I went through this long, like 6-month long detox protocol, physical, slash emotional prayers. I finished the detox, I moved back home. In your hometown where everyone knows you, with your parents and your grandparents and your ancestors there, and be yourself, because that's the
strong one.
Yeah, that's the strong ones. It was overwhelming as fuck. I'm very proud of myself that I allow myself to show up and to show who I am. I learned through this as well that if I feel the fear, the resistance of not doing it because of shame and feeling like I'm not enough, like an imposter syndrome, or all of these things, that's where I need to go.
Thank you for sharing, man. It was so good, so much.
Thank you for asking,
And also
for inviting me.
thank you for being on the path.
Thank you, brother.
It means if something is not observed, truth is the sum of all possible perspectives. God can comprehend it. Truth is the sum of all possible perspectives. It's not real. The only reality we experience in this world.
Yeah, man, what's your name?
Radha.
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 What does it mean?
Radha is the name of the mother, the Supreme Mother. Radha.
Supreme Mother, Radha. What language?
Vedic culture is the girlfriend of Krishna, Radha.
Girlfriend
And
of-
I'm Radha Das, the servant of the Supreme Mother.
Radha Das. Okay. And this painting, you do it for you, or like you have like something in mind?
No, just to have fun, to offering, to connect with the bhakti, with the service, with the devotion of Hanuman. Hanuman represents the service, the unconditional service to God. And today thinking about that, the unconditional love.
Thank you, man.
Welcome, thank you.
When you say me, they do by themselves, I'm not believe.
I know, you see it.
So fun.
Leela is the experience of being able to play in the illusion.
Water and the sun, just like every other one. We don't need all of these clothes or these ideas to separate all these fucking words. They just take us further from the source. I'm at the source, I'm sure, and I know that we are the darkest plus the light that's combined in every atom that's aligned to make the DNA. So I learned to radiate as I twisted a different way, and I made different proteins every single time that I combine with the galactic mind, and I let go so that I can be the sun, and I shine through my heart in the love of everyone. We are one infinite filled in divine now mended this state of mind. Really, I don't even need this human. All I got is this one moment, this one movement. We are bad emporium, expanding the mind. Yeah, I love the last guy and how he's just laughing. Because honestly, if you ain't laughing at you, then what you
About slowing down, savoring the moment, tapping into your senses, into the present, and just slowing down and savoring the love that you have. So.
Saving the love that you have. Oh, we know that one already, huh?
You're gonna repeat after me. I would love for you guys to sing with me. So I'm gonna sing one part and then I want you to repeat after me.
Und dann hat er gesagt, ich glaube, du bist der Künstler und ein guter. Du bist doch Künstler, ist doch irgendwie glasklar. Und er hat mich schon bei meiner Arbeit gesehen, was ganz wenige von meinen Freunden gesehen haben. Und deswegen ist natürlich von ihm auch echt noch ein cooler Input gewesen. So. Und da habe ich eigentlich erst gemerkt, okay, fuck ja, es ist so. Und das auch, da macht es irgendwie auch Sinn, warum viele Sachen nicht geklappt haben. Weil ich habe ja nie den Künstler verfolgt. Und jetzt bin ich wieder hier, weil ich gespürt habe, ey, ich muss wieder mehr in den Künstler rein und einfach weiter in die Richtung. So schön.
Hello. ¿Cómo estás? Enjoy the view.
That is offshore. Want to be on this couch or outside?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, was geht ab? Heute hier we are in Maestro Valley with Key.
What up?
How's it going, brother? Good to be here with you. And thank you also for having me so we can figure out actually what you are about.
Big question. Basically, found my purpose in life to be a healer and to be of service of humanity through healing, to help make this world a better place through healing. Had quite the journey myself of, after a near-death experience, trying to heal myself for many, many years with the inability to walk for quite some time, to the point of wanting to end my own life. I was in so much pain. I got injured in the military, then they helped pay for some school, and they gave me a few options, and massage was one of them. I was a personal trainer at the time and studying yoga and doing in the health and wellness area. And basically, long story short, is at an ayahuasca ceremony, I found my purpose in life to be a healer. And since that moment, which was in June 2018, I've been just doing as much schooling as possible, had a private practice, went to India to study Ayurveda, did years of Chinese medicine school, and pulled in as many courses as I could and developed this practice that really, really worked. I was doing something special in my private practice when I was getting these crazy results and people were telling me all these cool things and paying double what I would ask for. I went to Costa Rica, then I got mold poisoning really bad, and that kind of pushed me away from there. The whole time I was like trying to make it on social media as well. But even like with 1 million followers on Instagram, I was still not making any money because I would rather pay for someone who can really help and do an amazing job over someone who has a degree or something. A lot of people I find that are in that world, like they do what they're taught in school. And a lot of times what they're taught in school is to treat the disease and not the person. Yeah, that journey led me to Guatemala eventually. And I flew in. The second I seen the lake, I got this jolt in my body. And I'm like, whoa, I need to move here. Like just super download. And I've never been here before in my life, but it was just so loud that I couldn't ignore it. So I came, supported my friend's retreat, went back to LA, got all my things, brought seven luggage bags here, and then I moved here. An owner of the Eagle's Nest, he let me stay there on a content exchange for like 10 days. Being there, I seen a picture of this room that we're in with the beautiful mandala and the spiral staircase, and I'm like, man, I gotta go see that place. Yeah, next thing I know, I'm throwing my life savings down and just in full trust that I would find investors to make this place a reality. It's just made for doing the deep work, perched upon this cliff. With 10 days left, there was $192,000 owed, and our investor pulled out last minute. Within the last hour, I found an investor, boom, manifested it. We do all kinds of cool classes, and I teach the healing arts here online and in person.
There's no rush, there's no urgency, just life to live. That makes sense.
San Marcos, good life.
That's what I like. Like if someone confuses me with their being, then I'm like intrigued. What is the vibe that you are aiming at when you're recording San Marcos and people?
Oh, you think because I'm working all the time, huh? So when people go like, no, actually I can do what the fuck I want, actually.
That's mind-blowing how free we are, actually.
And so what is it that works for you?
Okay, what works
It's a question
for me?
about our relationship.
Yeah, but it's her turn.
That he's fluid, that he's anchored in God, even if he has a beef with God sometimes.
A little bit.
Because that's for me like the most masculine thing.
I mean, discernment for me is an attunement of understanding what I actually have capacity for. From what I'm understanding more and more comes from the ability to self-govern and move through the world autonomously. It's so easy to feel enmeshed in the fabric of relationships, right? The impulses and the influences of what's required of us or what we think somebody expects of us.
To be anchored in God. Like that's the thing that I can trust because that's what I'm anchored in. And what comes as an inspiration from there is shared. So it doesn't have to be like what is correct, what is not, what is true, what is not. It's like, okay, we are in alignment with our values and what we are inspired from.
What works for me is like there's just so much positivity flowing through this one, and I need that. I get a bit lost in the dark waters of life. She's challenging me on every level, and in most other relationship I felt I wasn't challenged enough. But I feel like I can be with her the rest of my life, and we will still be like, I won't win, you know?
Okay.
So it's like, it feels like that's really necessary.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. You're a beautiful couple.
Thank you for asking.
So, the solution is shake it off.
Shake, shake, shake.
2, 3, side, 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 2, draw, and 8. Release, and then push the floor. Yes. Good. Go out from the heads. Go out from the head. Check. Yes. Check. 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going on our feet. Now we're doing it back. But we just want to move everything. Shake, 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 shake. Shake it all, shake it all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release the butt. Drawing half moon. Good. Up. Drop. This is for example. Come here. you ready to party? So we want to shake it all right? Because I believe that the twerk techniques, it's a tool. Take a deep breath in through the heart of planet Earth. Don't think about the movement, just let your body flow with the music. Yes, and go slowly, slowly up.
Yeah. Thanks for your interest.
So you have to understand what calm feels like in your body to understand what stress feels like in your body. And if you're hypervigilant constantly and always on the go and always feeling stressed, then it's very difficult to ascertain what is in right or not right relationship for your well-being. For example, relationships. A lot of the time you'll be sat in a place of discerning whether that relationship is worth feeding. Is there reciprocity? Are we in alignment? Is this going to take more than it offers? Etc., etc. It's in alignment with who you are actually without the impulses and the enmeshment of the influences that pull on you, trying to do something new.
Ich habe hier was Cooles aufgeschrieben, um die Experience hier in San Marcos zusammenzufassen, aber es fällt mir jetzt nicht mehr ein. The birth of Dr. Didelot has happened. And being here showed me how important it is to live my mission and that life will support me on my way.
Mastering music is about playing perfectly or singing perfectly and not making mistakes. It's like we are missing what it's about, actually. It's about like an expression from your soul in the moment.
I'm not sure. Maybe I define perfect different, you know. Like if there are for your soul no obstacles.
The soul flows.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So it's almost like when your soul flows through you perfectly, it's like I just see you like lighting up.
Exactly.
And just like you're just dissolving into light. On your 60th birthday and you're having your concert, at the end of the concert is like,
yeah.
That would be amazing. Bach. Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean,
they had no distraction at all and they were super disciplined.
Yeah.
So they were like working every day, all day basically, and they offered themselves to their soul basically. You know, all the needs, all the distraction, all the cravings, they offered that so they can give all that space to soul.
Like almost like removing themselves or like making themselves completely transparent for the soul, which means taking away everything that's blocking. And that's all the human stuff. And on the other side of that is the soul loving the human, is like embracing the human as it is, not trying to make it perfect, but actually now you are already perfect in the eyes of your soul. The human in me is trying to make itself better, trying to perfect itself. And I feel like the soul is saying, you are already perfect.
There are no mistakes.
There are no mistakes. There are no mistakes.
There are only happy
accidents.
Happy accidents.
Yes. Like, I mean, he's so incredible.
Soul is, that is it. That is it in painting. That is perfection, actually. What is the guy, the trumpet player?
Miles Davis?
Yeah.
Reading your mind.
So what he said, like, there are no wrong notes.
Yeah.
Because it always depends on the next note you play.
I get a bit goosebumps from that. There's like a spiritual wisdom in saying that.
Yeah, and it's so true.
Yeah, it's so true. You react to what came through and it creates something new.
I think that's what Bob Ross and Miles Davis, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
What they're saying.
He feels it, he is that. He's like fully embodied that way of thinking and being. And that's why he's so calm and so chill, and that's why there's never any mistakes. Just happy accidents. Yeah.
David.
J'aime comment chaque matin, le soleil me remplit d'énergie. Et m'annonce une manière de se réveiller. La meilleure manière de se réveiller.
Salut, salut.
What's up?
What's up?
Ja, buddy. What's good?
Was machst du?
Ich bin vorbereiten und zwar zum Henna-Malen.
Henna malen.
Yes, Body Art.
Malst du oder willst du?
Ja, ich mal.
Cool. Hola.
It'll save and preserve all of this look so that the history, all the history is preserved. Planted in the new beds will be edible. So everybody that stays here should have a chance to make their own salad when they're coming through. Turning over, we're gonna mainly grow strawberries and lettuces and kale. It's a unique structure, but it's like we wanna be able to do like a nice pizza oven out here with trying to focus in on the regenerative agriculture side. And so this is the start of our compost, and we've only been here for 3 weeks now. It gets covered with a black tarp. This will be the best compost you'll ever have. You can preserve the old building structures and everything before, and then you'd go greenhouse style for the plants and stuff. Solar panels over the entire top. We're gonna take the roof off of this, and that'll be an open to the greenhouse. It'll be like a private setting with no roof because it'll be open to the greenhouse. This will be a market, but it'll be like a modern, clean market, kind of. At the moment, because it's under construction, there's gonna be 3 rotating microgreen towers right here with all LEDs. So it'll be massive rotating garden beds right here. Getting our bags put together for our mushrooms, and I have like a shop inside there with all of my tools. Fruiting all the way up. We'll have all glass here and here. This will be your main door coming in. So all the solar panels that we have off the roof, we'll be starting within the next 4 to 6 months. As much as possible, we're gonna try and do farm to table, as much garden as we can. A fine tea area that's gonna be like an espresso style. There'll be a deck over right here, sitting area. This will be a gym. Sauna, has red light therapy underneath it. Direct access into the gym. To make it to where we're producing a protein and your veggies and greens at the same time. Each tower will have 22 baskets on each side and turn our alternators. So this thing will take less electricity to pump the water to the top than it will producing electricity coming down. And there will be probably close to 300 fish in each fish bed down inside here. Aquaponics is a system trying to, all right. All right, man. Hey, you're just peeing right on me. All right, aquaponics, for y'all that don't know, is a symbiotic relationship that fish have with plants. Due to the bacteria that's on the walls as well as in the beds, you take the waste from the fish is all the nutrients that's needed to be able to provide for the plants. And the plants clean the water so that the fish will be able to breathe the water. They supply the oxygen to the fish while the fish supplied the food to the plants. It's pretty simple. Okay. So, as of right now, my wife and I we're just new management for the 2 spaces. I've been doing aquaponics for say 4 years, but I've been doing regenerative agriculture for 15 years, and I've been farming for like almost 30 years now. focusing on building soil instead of, instead of tilling. We do no-till whatsoever. All of your bacteria, all of your fungus, and your microbes are all in the first 6 inches. You got to stay away from monocrops as well. And plants speak together. It's one of the craziest things that they actually help each other. Most people think that if you have other plants planted in that area that you're going to be losing from that other root structure, which is complete nonsense. Plants always help each other. If we can understand as a species that we are not going to do anything better than Mother Nature. The universe provides for us in an amazing way. We can never be better than Mother Earth. If we work with nature itself, that it will provide. Screw it. I wanted the girls to see a different, culture and experience and then what we're used to in the States. And it's like, it's always been a dream to come and do something that would work like this. And I can't thank them enough for at least giving us an opportunity to be able to show up and have this experience.
Broken free. Het was ofwel het kiezen voor het geld, oftewel kiezen voor vrijheid. En ik heb eigenlijk altijd mijn vrijheid voorop gesteld en dan zeg maar gesprongen en erin vertrouwd dat het geld wel ging komen. Ja, dat heeft er ook wel voor gezorgd dat ik altijd gewoon nieuwe skills ben gaan ontwikkelen. Ik heb in de bouw gewerkt, ik heb in de tuinieren gewerkt. Als ik nog veel jonger was, dan beatboxte ik op straat in Spanje. En dan kreeg ik zo ook wel wat optredentjes. Ik heb campings afgebroken, ik heb mini-disco's gedanst. Gewoon ook wel gedacht van oké, maar ik wil iets creëren waar ik van mezelf weet dat ik goed in ben. Dus daarna is meer de yoga en de coaching gekomen. Maar ik heb er ook wel gewoon gestudeerd, heel hard gewerkt. Ik ben wel veel uncomfortable geweest. Ik heb wel veel in situaties bevonden waar ik bijvoorbeeld in mijn auto moest slapen. Er was altijd zoiets van, there is no way back. Ik kan teruggaan naar mijn comfort en daarin gaan zitten waarvan ik weet van dat ik absoluut niet gelukkig ben. Of ik kan nu door dit discomfort blijven bewegen en er nieuwe dingen uit leren. Van oké, ik stuur dit de wereld uit, ja, dan op de duur komt de wereld ook naar jou toe. Ja, dat is mijn ervaring van het verhaal. So.
Ne? Also so viele verschiedene Leute, die doch über ihren Lebensweg, die sich einfach auf den Weg gemacht haben. Und dadurch, dass sie sich auf den Weg gemacht haben, halt irgendwo angekommen sind. Nämlich bei sich selber. Und auf diese Weise eigentlich gelernt haben, was für ihn oder sie wichtig ist. Wie sie den Saft durch sich fließen lassen können und damit Ausdruck von etwas Wunderschönem werden. Das kann ich geben, ohne dass ich nehmen muss, weil ich schon genährt bin vom großen Ganzen.
Wat dieper op een andere culturele laag, die veel menselijker is en ook veel, ja, echt down to earth. Want er is niks zo down to earth als een borstel nemen en de straat mee schoonmaken. Maar dat is wel voor mij diepe en directe manier om in verbinding te treden met die mensen, met de cultuur, maar ook gewoon met de menselijkheid.
It has been a ride. It has been instant reflection of internal states, following the call, deep healing, and a newly assigned mission. I will be gone because I was told so. I will return stronger and refined. But until then, follow me into my next mission, venturing into the Indian Ocean. May peace be with you, and may souls always protect you.
Zum Priester. Das lateinische Pontifex heißt ja wörtlich zum Brückenbauer.